The dispute between Red Bull Racing and Mercedes has flared up again, attracting widespread attention in the Formula One racing world, after George Russell made a sharp comment that directly targeted the internal conditions of the Red Bull team. The Mercedes driver openly expressed his views, which immediately provoked a sharp response from Christian Horner, the Red Bull team boss, in an equally harsh response. This situation reminds us of the bitter feud that occurred in the 2021 season, but this time George Russell's name is in the spotlight. Will this conflict worsen relations between the two teams, or will it lead to more exciting competition on the track? Let's take a closer look. One of the issues in the spotlight is Russell's criticism of Max Verstappen. In an interview, Russell claimed that around 25% of Red Bull's engineers have sent their job applications to other teams such as Mercedes, McLaren, and Aston Martin. According to Russell, the main cause of this unrest is Max Verstappen's behavior, especially when the race results are not as expected. Russell even cited the Budapest incident in 2024 as an example, where Verstappen was involved in an incident with Lewis Hamilton and was reportedly furious with his team. Russell said, "I don't doubt Max's driving ability for a moment. But as soon as he doesn't have the fastest car, like in Budapest, he loses control. After that race, a lot of engineers decided they couldn't work with someone like that." However, this statement by Russell must be treated with great caution. There is currently no concrete evidence to support his claims, and a number of parties involved in the F1 world argue that such rumors are often exaggerated without a clear basis. The question is, does Russell really have valid and reliable information, or is this just a psychological strategy deliberately used to disrupt the Red Bull team's concentration? Christian Horner has not been silent in his response to the accusations leveled at the Red Bull team. In a recent interview, Horner gave a firm and straightforward response, emphasizing Red Bull's position as a solid team with long-term support from its key personnel. Horner explained, "All the key members of our team, like Adrian Newey and the rest of the engineering team, have signed long-term contracts. I really don't know where George got that information from, but what is clear is that all of our key personnel remain fully committed to Red Bull." This statement shows Horner's confidence in the stability and strength of his team, while also putting to rest the speculation that has been circulating. Not only that, but Horner also had some harsh words for George Russell. He insisted that Russell should be concentrating on improving the performance of his own team, Mercedes, rather than meddling in the affairs of other teams. "If I were in George's position," Horner continued in a sharp tone, "I would be more concerned about the internal problems of my own team, rather than being busy looking for problems elsewhere." Horner's statement was not only an effective counterattack, but also an example of how he calmly but firmly defended Red Bull's reputation and position amidst the increasingly fierce competition in Formula One. Although Red Bull was dominant throughout the 2023 season, winning an extraordinary 22 of the 23 races, the team faces a number of significant challenges ahead of the 2025 season. This situation has been exacerbated by the departure of several key figures who were previously integral to the team's success, including legendary designer Adrian Newey, whose role was crucial, and several other senior engineers. Their departure has created a huge void that will not be easy to fill, even with new talent. On the other hand, Red Bull also has to prepare for major changes in the technical regulations that will come into force in 2026. These regulations will emphasize the development of engine and battery technology, replacing the focus on aerodynamics that has been Red Bull's main advantage. This change will require the team to make significant adjustments to its strategy and approach, which will not be easy given the increasingly competitive landscape of Formula One. Team principal Christian Horner has openly admitted that Red Bull must be realistic about the challenges ahead. "We're not going to see the same dominance we had in 2023. The competition is fiercer and the rival teams have managed to catch up," he said in a cautious tone. This shows that Red Bull is now at a crossroads where hard work, innovation, and adaptability will be the key to remaining competitive at the top of the F1 world. Rumors about Max Verstappen's future with the Red Bull team are increasingly being discussed by various groups, both Formula One fans and observers of this racing sport. The speculation grew stronger after his father, Jos Verstappen, made a surprising statement in an interview. He implicitly revealed that Max's future at Red Bull might not last long if the team fails to deliver a competitive enough car for the 2025 season. Max's main goal is to continue winning races and world titles. If at some point he feels that this is no longer possible with Red Bull, then the decision to move to another team will probably be an inevitable step, said Jos in a serious tone. This statement immediately sparked speculation about a possible rift between Max Verstappen and Red Bull, the team that brought him to the pinnacle of his world championship career. However, Max himself has yet to make an official statement on the matter. The defending champion has chosen to remain silent, leaving fans and observers with a big question mark over his future plans in the world of Formula One. As this issue circulates, many are wondering if Red Bull will be able to meet Max's expectations in the coming years, or if the driver will choose to continue his success with another team. What is clear is that whatever decision Verstappen makes in the future will be one of the most anticipated moments in Formula One history. As well as facing a number of tough technical challenges, Red Bull's young driver Liam Lawson is also feeling the pressure of becoming a professional athlete. With the status of a full driver on the Red Bull main team for next season, Lawson faces very high expectations to perform competitively at every race. Helmut Marko, Red Bull's senior advisor, has stated that Lawson must be able to maintain a time gap of no more than 0.3 seconds from Max Verstappen, both in post-race simulations and during qualifying. This statement certainly gives an idea of the demands Lawson has to meet. As a young driver, Lawson is fully aware of the responsibility that now rests on his shoulders. "I understand that this is a very big challenge, but this is a moment that I have been preparing for since I joined Red Bull at the age of 16, said Lawson confidently. However, he did not close his eyes to the huge risks involved. Lawson openly admitted that his position at Red Bull could be in jeopardy if he failed to live up to the team's expectations. This situation illustrates how the pressure in the world of Formula One racing comes not only from the track, but also from the high expectations set by the team, the fans, and the environment. For Lawson, this season is not only about proving his ability, but also about fighting for his future in the elite Red Bull team. At the start of the 2025 season, the world of Formula One racing is facing new challenges full of tension and high expectations. With competition between the top teams becoming increasingly fierce, Red Bull finds itself in a situation of uncertainty. Their dominance, so strong in recent years, is now being seriously threatened by their rivals, especially Mercedes, who are slowly but surely showing signs of revival. The statement of George Russell, one of Mercedes' main drivers, is in the spotlight because it illustrates his team's confidence to return to the path of competing for the world title. For fans and observers, this could be a signal that Mercedes has found the momentum it needs to become the main challenger again. On the other hand, Red Bull is under a lot of pressure from both inside and outside the team. With the development of technology and strategies from their competitors, they are faced with a big question. Can they maintain their advantage? Or is Red Bull's dominance beginning to crack, signaling the possible end of their glory days? Only time will tell, but one thing is for sure, the 2025 season will be a proving ground for each team to show who really deserves to be at the top. With all the drama and excitement, the big question remains, are George Russell's comments about Red Bull true? And is Christian Horner's firm response enough to quell any doubts about the team's stability? If you want to know more about Sergio Perez's future in Formula One, check out the video below. Don't forget to leave your comments and thoughts.